Hi, welcome to Mr. Stogie's Patio. Today we're going to be smoking some cigars, enjoying some Scotch, and looking at some fine humidors, etc. products, including this amazing humidor, this incredible ashtray, cutter, and the ever popular flamethrower. So sit back and get ready to see some cool stuff. Today we're going to be reviewing the Hoya de Monterrey Hoya de Tradición cigars. They're a brand new line that just came out. There's 4 sizes: the Epicure, the Corona, the Toro, and the Double Toro. And today we're going to be reviewing the Epicure. The Hoya de Monterrey Epicure is a 5 1/4 by 50 ring gauge cigar, and it's very nicely made. It has a slightly veiny wrapper, very good cap construction. The foot's nice and tight. It's got a slight box press to it, and it's just a very nice cigar to look at. The band is beautiful. It's almost identical to the Habana band that you'll see if you happen to be lucky enough to smoke a Cuban version of the Hoya de Monterrey Epicure. The Epicure number 2 is the Cuban version, but this is just a beautiful cigar. It's a really nice smell, and we're going to go ahead and fire this baby up. Okay, so before I light the cigar, of course, I'm going to cut the cap, and I'm going to be using one of Humidor Etc's cutters. This is one I use actually every day, or that is every day when I smoke, and which is every day. So it's a stainless steel, chrome plated. It's a beautiful cutter. It's a double blade cutter, and it's incredibly well made. The fingers are nice and ergonomic, good sizing. It's up to about I think a 54 or 58 ring gauge cutter. So we're going to take the cigar and just put it over the ashtray here, get a nice spot, and give it a nice little cut, and off it goes. Okay, so we got a nice clean cut off the cap, and let's check the draw. Ah, it's really nice. This cigar has a really interesting flavor in the mouth with a pre-light draw. It's almost like brown sugar, and which is an unusual note, at least that I found for cigars, but it's quite delicious. The draw is really nice. The cigar is also, it just, like I mentioned before, built really well. No real soft spots. Good construction. So let's fire it up. To light the cigar, and I kind of have my own little technique for lighting cigars, but we're going to use the Humidors Etc. flamethrower. I got to tell you, this is by far the best lighter I've ever used in my life. I've got probably 5 or 6 other lighters ranging from 20 to 150 bucks sitting in a box collecting dust in my closet, because this thing, the beauty of it is that it lights every single time it's on, it's rolling. And it's really cool. It's got a neat adjustment here where if you want to use it as a torch, you can, and you just flip this little knob here and it becomes a flame. So if you're going to smoke a pipe or something like that, it's nice. You won't burn the wood and with the velocity and the high-powered burning of the torch. So we're going to go ahead and light this cigar up. Now, one of the nice features of the flamethrower is if you want to adjust the flame, you don't have to find some micro Phillips head screwdriver and get on a pair of goggles to figure out where the thing is. It's a big, huge button on the bottom, and you could use your whole finger or even just a fingernail to adjust that, and you can get a really nice flame of torch. You can also take the bottom off and adjust the range, so you can have it go from massive torch all the way down to a very small torch, and then adjust within that range. So it's incredibly versatile. My lighting technique is as follows: get the torch lit and slowly roll it around the end of the cigar, the foot of the cigar, and you just want to get it nice and hot, nice and charred. Start to see a little bit of whiteness develop as the ash starts to burn. And once you've got it good and lit, maybe if you can see that there, the ash is nice and white. I'll take the cigar and I'll blow through it twice. Very gently, and then I'll take my first draw. The cigar is lit really well. The ash is burning very evenly. And the reason I do this is, even though most butane, if you get good quality stuff, is odorless, I've just found something about it. Maybe it's the heat that first goes on the foot, that you're not drawing all that hot tobacco and that hot air through with the smoke. But the smoke just has a better flavor to it. I don't know. I've done that since I learned that technique a few years ago, and I like it a lot. So it's a nice draw. I wouldn't say it's a loose draw, but it's a nice even draw. It's a good flavored smoke. A couple of other techniques that you can use on cigars. One of the things I found really works well is if you massage the cigar just gently, especially after it's warmed up a little bit. It really helps with the draw. And you can also, around the cap or the head of the cigar, you can give it just a very gentle smash, a little press. That also helps open up the leaf to allow the air to flow through more cleanly. So when you first put your mouth in the cigar before you light it, you have that nice brown sugary taste. But after the cigar gets lit and the flavor actually starts to kick in, right about the first quarter. I enjoyed one of these yesterday, and I decided to review it today because I thought it was a pretty nice smoke. And it's just starting to burn nicely now, so I'm going to let it rest for a second. I like to let the cigar rest up to a minute in between puffs. It really proves for a more consistent flavor. The cigar doesn't get overly hot, and you don't suffer from that hot boxing type of flavor where pretty much the whole thing's burnt and you're smoking and it's not really enjoyable. Oddly enough, I find that that's why most people don't enjoy cigars, is because they smoke them too quickly. And we have a friend, he knows who he is, and he hot boxes all the cigars he smokes. And I always wonder, like, does the guy really enjoy it? I mean, it's got to be all hot and burning in his mouth, but we'll leave him nameless at this point, Paul Black. Along with my cigar today, I decided I'd enjoy some Dalmore Single Highland Malt Scotch whiskey. It's a 12-year-old Scotch whiskey, and it's a really nice Scotch. It's not too expensive, but it has a very nice flavor that complements cigars that are medium-bodied like this one. I'm going to show you my technique for enjoying Scotch. I definitely subscribe and agree with most of the professionals that recommend that you have 1 part water to 3 parts whiskey. So I'm going to put my 1 ounce of water in and then pour myself 3 ounces or more. Now 3 ounces of whiskey, and mix that up. Give it a little whirl. That's what we call a fat pour right there. Let that sit for just 1 second, take a hit off the cigar. That's starting to really burn nicely now. So the Dalmore is, oh man, it's got an amazing nose to it. It has kind of like a honey apricot nose with that cedary whiskey under scent. And these whiskey glasses are fantastic. I got them from a local liquor shop, and they just help to focus the nose of the whiskey and really enhance the enjoyment of that nose. But oh, that's perfect. The way I like to enjoy the cigar and the whiskey together is to take a nice drag off the cigar. And this is really smoking nice now. The smoke is just beautiful. It's really nice and cool. And then have some whiskey. Oh, Dalmore's great. Now, while the whiskey's in your mouth, take another drag off the cigar. And almost kind of chew that last little bit of smoke in your mouth. It really makes a big difference. It kind of opens up the smoke to different parts of your mouth, and you can really taste the complexities of the cigar smoke.